Right, done, boss. Yesterday I was talking about, other day I was talking about setter injection. If the underlying Spring container is using setter method to assign or inject dependent class object to target class object, then it is called setter injection. Okay. For this, target class and dependent class must be there in what? Has a relationship composition, guys. Okay. That means target class should have dependent class type property, nothing but has a property, plus one setter method taking dependent class type parameter. Okay, we discussed what is a composition, what is inheritance over here. After that, see, this is target class. It is having has a property. It is having setter method. It is having business method. And here is my dependent class. Java.util.date is my predefined class. Wish message generator uses java.util.date class to get system date and time, and also to generate wish message based on the current day of the day. Yeah. So that's why it is called target class, guys. This is dependent class because it is using date class to get the system date and to generate the wish message based on the current date and time. Yeah, total how many approaches are there to give instruction to Spring container, guys? Total how many approaches are there to give instructions to Spring container, guys? 4 approaches are there. Number 1, XML driven configurations, legacy one. XML plus annotation driven configurations. Okay, good. It's there in maintenance projects. 100% code driven configuration, nothing but Java config configuration. All configurations in Java code, no XML. Lastly, Spring Boot, guys. Spring Boot is extension of 100% code driven configuration, but auto configuration is extra, embedded servers are extra, embedded DBs are extra, and many other features are there. Many other features are there. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Come on. Yeah, what is running well in the market, guys? Spring Boot and this one. We study all the 4, but our main focus will be on what? Spring Boot only. But we study all the 4. Okay. Then setter injection sample code using XML driven configuration. That means I am going to give instruction to Spring container. Hey container, this class is Spring Bean, this property needs setter injection. All these instructions I am going to give to Spring container using what? XML configuration. Yeah, here is my target class. Here is my has a property. Here is my setter method. Setter method on this property supporting setter injection. Here is my business method. There is some logic. I got the current data of current system date and time after injection, and anyhow it will hold system date and time. Why? When you create data class object using 0 param constructor, okay, automatically data class object creation using 0 param constructor. Okay, holds the system date and time. System date and time automatically. Holds the system date and time automatically. Okay, boss. Yeah, now listen. What are the tags we are having? Beans is the root tag. Bean is the to configure Java class as Spring Bean, property tag for setter injection configuration, constructor-arg tag for constructor injection configuration. These are the important tags that we use as on today. In future, we use other tags also, don't worry. See, beans, bean ID dt class is equal to java.util.date. Okay, now tell me, whenever Spring container creates object for date class, to make a Java class as a Spring Bean, the object name will be dt. So within the Spring container, Spring Bean is identified with its bean ID. With its what? Bean ID. Got the point, guys? Come on. Next. Bean ID WMG. Okay, class is equal to wish message generator. Whenever Spring container creates object for wish message generator, okay, the object name will be WMG. Okay, but not only that, same Spring container should inject dt bean ID based date class object to the date property by calling setter method. Nothing but it has to do setter injection. Nothing but it has to do setter injection. Come on. Set property tag for setter injection. On which property is date. That means it calls set date method. On which object? WMG object. Having which object as argument? dt bean ID based date class object as the argument. Overall, what it calls? WMG dot set date dt method it will call. And the current object set date having given bean ID based object. Okay. Generally, bean tag with property tag or constructor-arg tag is used to configure Java class as the target Spring Bean class. Array, there is no speciality to tell that this is target, this is dependent. Array, the one which is the bean which is not using other bean, which is being used by other bean, is called dependent. In these two bean tags, okay, in these two bean tag, who is using other bean, who is being used? Date class is being used. That's why date class, dependent bean. Okay, wish message generator is using date class. That's why it is target bean. That's why it is called target bean. I hope you enjoyed my statement, guys. Okay, right. 1 minute, boss. File save as. Set rejection. Okay. Continuation. On certain days, files will be continuous. Now, old days files. Just by opening our same file has come, don't ignore it. Please go by the size of the file. Go by the size of the file. Okay. Next, guys. Who is having that much time in the early morning, boss, to draw all these things? Fine. How to remove them, how to clean them. Clear all my drawings. Yeah. There's no need. No, actually, students are drawing them. Students are drawing them. No, no. If I tell you, will do everything. No, I disable that feature. Okay. Shall we? Who is that much naughty early in the morning? Fine, boss. Okay. Basics of XML. Right. Basics of XML, guys. Yeah. XML means what, guys? Extensible markup language. Array markup means tag based, guys. Okay, boss. Next one. Extensible markup language. Nothing but tag based language. Okay. XML is strictly typed. Strictly typed. Array should be there means should be there. Anything wrong, it will throw error. HTML is loosely typed. Array, you write 1 2 wrong tags, you don't follow syntax. Do you get any errors in HTML? No. HTML ignores the errors, problems, mistakes. XML strictly tells should be there means should be there. Suppose for open tag, you have not written closing tag, it will throw error. HTML, no problem, it ignores. Okay, that's why I generally say XML, C language, Java language, C++, all these are like fathers. You do small mistake, they will try to present it as a big mistake. Yes or no, na? They will talk about that mistake, other mistake, previous mistake also. HTML is like mother. Okay, whatever good in you, she will talk about that. Whatever bad in you, she ignores. Small bacha hai bolke, bachi hai bolke, she will ignore your mistakes, right now? You have grown up, you have given birth to your kids. Still mother feels, my son is smaller one. My daughter is smaller girl. She don't know anything. Okay. Yes or no, na? XML is like father, HTML is like mother. HTML is loosely typed. See, guys. XML is strictly typed. HTML is loosely typed. Okay. Next one. XML is given, okay, to define and describe data. To define and display data. Display data. It's there to construct the data, na? In tags and tag attributes, as tag body, tag attributes, we try to construct the data. Yes or no, na, boss? Okay. Whereas HTML is used to display the data. No, it won't. It won't construct the data, guys. To display the data with or without styles. Without styles, guys. D. With or without styles. XML is given to define and display data. Okay, with or without styles, guys. Next one. XML tags are case sensitive. XML tags are case sensitive. What do you mean by, guys? Okay, uppercase, lowercase are what? Very, very important in that, guys. Okay, next. XML tags are, okay, XML tags are paid tags. What tags, guys? Paid tags. Paid tags. That means every open tag should have a closing tag. Every open tag should have one closing tag. Next, F. Every open tag should have closing tag. Okay. Next one. In XML tags, the attributes must be quoted. The attribute values must be quoted values. Okay, what are those guys? Single quotes or double quotes? Yeah, you must have quotes for attributes, guys. If you don't take quotes for attributes, not going to work out. Come on. Are you listening my statement, guys? All these are fundamentals. It is basically there to construct the data, to create a data, boss. Understanding? Sorry, you are using for configuration. Na? By creating data only, we go for configuration, right? Bean tag, first holding the data. In that process, it is used for configuration. The first tag in XML file is called root tag. Root tag. The entire XML document must be defined between the open root tag and closing root tag. That's it. Writing tags, defining tags after closing root tag is an error, boss. Defining tags after closing root tag is very much error. Are you listening my statement, boss? Are you understanding my statement, boss? Come on. The first tag in XML is called root tag. The entire XML document must be defined between open root tag and closing root tag, guys. Yes, boss. And etc. Can I give? Yeah. Can I give sample XML file, guys? Sample XML file. So generally, I'm taking one student.xml. Array, any name I can take, Babu. It's not like that. Students. It's a root tag, guys. Students root tag. Under this, like let's say beans kind of thing. Type. Okay, student type. What is this? Student types will be there now, boss. Distance education, the regular, what are the other things? So many things. Okay. No, student type, classroom student, offline student, better, offline, online, offline student. See, double quotes or single quotes is compulsory, guys. SNO is equal to 101. I think other day, few days back also, I have introduced with all this stuff. Raja, yes, name. In comparison with the JSON, I have introduced, if I am not wrong, right? Course, Java. Okay, fine. Don't stress much, guys. XML is day-to-day outdated in Java programming. How much you need, that much only you learn. At the same time, don't be in the psychological feeling, I don't know XML also. Don't ignore, at the same time, don't stress much. Just needed some in some places and learn it and ignore it. Student online, guys. Online. 102. Rajesh. Here is my PHP. 102 Rajesh. Here is my PHP. Close students. Close student. Yeah, this is a root tag opening and closing, boss. Students. It is not closed 2 times, guys. It is correctly closed. Yeah, root tag opening and closing. This is other one, guys. Okay, now you observe. Now you observe. Whatever all the points I said, this one is strictly typed. Every open tag is closed. Every attributes are having quotes. Everything is followed, guys. Right. It is there to construct the data. 101 Raja Java, 102 Rajesh PHP. I'm constructing data here or not. Even online, offline is also data only, right? Okay. XML tags are case sensitive. Yes, see what case I am using to open the tag, same thing I am using. XML tags are paid tags. Every open tag is having closing tag. In XML tags, the attribute values must be quoted values. Okay, okay. Next, the first tag in XML is called root tag. Once the root tag is closed, if you write everything, any other information, that is going to be invalid and error also. That is going to be invalid and error. Okay, right, boss. But this is very important, guys. The XML document that satisfies syntax rules of that satisfies XML syntax rules. That satisfies XML syntax rules. Array, what above said rules, guys? Above said rules is called, see the name, well-formed XML document. Well-formed XML document. Very well-formed XML document. I hope you realize it, guys. Well-formed. Alright, see the name, well-formed. Very well-formed. Understanding my statement, guys? Well-formed XML document. Okay. Array, this is body, boss. For body, codes are not required. Only for SNO is open tag, slash SNO is closing tag. SName is open tag, slash SName is closing tag. Come on, guys. Right, boss. Well-formed XML document. Now listen, guys. This is very important. Please focus. Please focus. I want to make 20 people using same tag, same attribute to construct the XML document. What should I do? I want to see 20 people using same file, same tag, same attribute to construct the XML document. What should I do? I should pass them some rules document or not? I must pass them some rules document or not? Come on, guys. What kind of rules document? Hey, programmer, this is the rules document. In this one, which tags are allowed, which hierarchy allowed, which attributes are allowed for those attributes, which values are allowed. Everything is crystal clearly there. Everything is what? Crystal clearly there. Come on, my dear. Take it and use it. Like this, we will give to 20 people or not? Like this, we will give to 20 people or not? Come on. Array. Like this, definitely we need to give to 20 people, boss. Are you understanding my statement, my dear? Yeah. I'll take one more real life example. Array, all over Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, police people are there, SI people, CI people are there. Okay. If everyone is working in their own style, it won't work out. That's why the Telangana statement or Andhra statement, state government will give rule book to them or not? Will give rule book to them or not? Tell me what happened. Since all police department people are following the same rule book, so the functionality of police department in every station, every area is going to be very similar or not? You want to see 20 people using same tag, same attributes, same structure while constructing XML files. Okay, then for these 20 people, I need to pass rule documents or not? Rule book kind of document or not? Okay, those documents can be given in two ways, guys. Either in DTD way or XSD way. DTD way or XSD way. DTD means document type definition. XSD means XML schema definition. Okay, now listen. I'll make you people to realize in one more way. Okay, who is going to read Spring Bean configuration file? Spring container. Who is going to develop Spring Bean configuration file? Developers. In this world, how many Spring developers are there? 10 lakh. Yes, na? 10 lakh people are there. Okay, XML tags and attributes are user defined or predefined? User defined. If all these 10 lakh people, if they use their choice tags, their choice attributes to do XML configurations, do you think Spring Container can read them, can understand their meaning, boss? Do you think Spring Container can read them, can understand their meaning, boss? No. So what Spring people should do? What Spring Container should do? Should pass one rule book. Should pass one rule book, rule document to all these 10 lakh developers are not. What that rule document should have, which tags are allowed, which attributes are allowed, which tag it is going to use for which purpose, bean tag to make Java class as Spring Bean, property tag to enable setter injection, constructor-arg tag to enable constructor injection. Like this, some meaningful tag names and attributes should be passed to our programmer. What? In the form of rule document. Array, those rule documents are nothing but DTD or XSD. Now let me say one thing. If all 10 lakh developers are following same rule document by importing those rule document, come on, by importing rule document. Okay, by importing rule document. In the XML file. So that what happened? All 10 lakh people are now going to use same tag, same attribute with the different data or not? Array, tag bodies and tag attribute values may change, boss, but all people, all people, okay, will be forced to use same tags or not? Okay. Yes, boss. Shall I go for it now? Okay, boss. To make all developers of certain technology or framework using same tags and attributes to construct the data required for the configurations. To construct the data required for the configurations. The technology vendors. The technology or framework vendor. Okay. Provide certain rules certain rules in the form of DTD or accessed. In the form of DTD or XSD documents. Yes, guys, DTD, document type definition, XSD, XML schema definition. DTD document type definition, XSD XML schema definition. This is old, guys, old and outdated technique. Old and outdated technique. This is new. This is new and going on. Okay. XML schema definition. So the technology or framework vendors provide DTD or XSD rules documents in the form of .xsd file or .dtd file, .dd file, and so the developers should import DTD, DTD or XSD rules in the XML files. Okay, in order to prepare XML documents based on the imported, okay, what is that? XSDR DTD rules. DTD rules. Suppose Spring people have not given XSDR DTD rules. What happens, guys? While developing Spring Bean configuration file, I use my tags, you use your tags, X use his own tags, Z use his own tags. How container knows which tag is for which purpose, Ra Babu? Already container is having clarity. Beans means something, bean means something, property means something, construct-arg means something. But I am not using those tags. I am using my choice tag. X is using his own choice tag. Z is using his own tag size. Okay, how container knows the meaning of your tags, boss? You will get errors now from container. Array container, you are giving me those instructions which I don't understand. It's like what? Giving such a code to Java compiler which compiler don't understand, right? Are you convinced, guys? That's why what we should do. We should write those instructions, configuration, only by using those tags and attributes that are recognized by Spring container. Okay, for that, we should prepare those XML document by using rules, documents, and other things that are that are part of XSD document, that are given in the form of XSD documents are DTD document. DTD is old style guide, XSD is the new style. Okay, now listen carefully how does it works. Okay, Spring framework. Okay, what is this? Spring framework. Spring-beans.xsd or Spring-beans.dtd. Okay, right, boss. Spring Developer 1, Spring Developer 2, okay, Spring Developer 3. Okay. Developer 1, guys. Developer 2, guys. Developer 3. Total, how many developers are there, guys? Okay. 3 developers are there. Now tell me, guys. Spring application having Spring Bean configuration file. This is Spring application, boss. This is here is my Spring Bean configuration file. Spring application with the Spring Bean configuration file. Like this, everyone develops Spring application in their own style or not? Okay. The Spring Bean configuration file will be developed how, boys? How, my dear? Using okay XSDR DTD rules. Using XSDR DTD rules. Nice, boss. Using XSDR DTD rules. Using XSDR DTD rules. So what happens, guys? Since all of them are using same rules, okay, all of them will be forced to use same tags and same attributes. Only data will change. Here they make date class as Spring Bean. Here they may make calendar class as Spring Bean. Here they may make what array list class as Spring Bean or some other predefined class as Spring Bean. But the way they make any Java class as Spring Bean is remaining same, is going to remain same or not? Is going to remain same or not? Come on. Are Spring container only given those rules and guidelines, right? Definitely Spring container understands or not? Spring container. Try to bring your little bit common sense into picture. Array, listen. I want to see all my students following standard rules and guidelines while attending class. I should prepare rule document. I should submit to you people or not? I should pass to you people or not? Come on. I say, na, if you have any doubt, hold it for 5 minutes. Use a chat box wisely. Don't switch on your camera. Come on. Okay. What are the rules? These tags are allowed. These attributes are allowed. Inside this tag, these are the sub tags allowed. They are the rules, Ra Babu. They are the rules. After listening entire Ramayana, someone is asking, who is Sita? Who is this fellow? Chandana Das. Focus, my dear. Okay. Focus. The rules are nothing but which tags are allowed, which do. Okay. Since for you, I will write this. DTD rules document. Rules document contains. Okay. Tags that are allowed. Attributes that are allowed in each tag. Attributes that are allowed in each tag. Sir, in bean tag, you try to use other than ID attribute, it won't allow. Okay, attributes that are allowed. To be define the bean ID, you try to use other than ID. Attributes that are allowed in each tag. Next. Tags that are allowed, attributes that are allowed in each tag, guys. Next one. Okay, structure of the tags. Structure of the tags. Array, which tags should be used in which order? Which order? Okay. Array, if you open XSD DTD files, you can see them, right? Okay. As part of application development, I will give all of them. Okay. And etc. This kind of rules will be there, boss. Okay. Final conclusion, guys. Listen. One real life example, final conclusion. Everyone focus. Right. Central government asked, sorry, not central government. You take your university exams. University exam. Once for one semester, okay, because of lockdown, printing press is not worked properly. Okay. University announced, hey student, this year we cannot print application forms. Please listen. This year we cannot print application forms for submitting your application, exam applications. Do one thing, take white paper, fill up your details and submit to us. Okay, like this, it has given instruction to how many students? 10 lakh students that are there for that university. Sorry, university will have 10 lakh students. Are affiliated colleges will be there now, boss. Affiliated colleges all together, right? JNTU JNTU Anantapur, JNTU Kakinada, JNTU Delhi, right? Okay, boss. Now listen. All 10 lakh students taken 10 lakh white papers, started writing their details. And for them, no rules and guidelines are given. Yes or no? Then what happens? Engineering students are item students, guys. They will be high always, right? They will be in crazy mood always. What do you say, guys? One person writes everything, forgets to write his name. One person writes everything, forgets to write his college name. One person writes everything, but he forgets to write semester name. Yes or no? One person writes roll number at the end of the document. One person writes roll number at the beginning of the document. One person writes in small letter. One person writes in big letter. And one person writing is not at all understandable. It is like what? Cockroach walking, right? It is what? Cockroach walking. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Or doctor writing? Now listen, guys. All these, all these 10 lakh documents are submitted to university clerk. And he has got 30 days time to scrutinize them, to verify them, to release the hall tickets. How many clerks are there? 20 number of clerks are there. Though 20 number of clerks are there, okay, they will definitely die or not. They will definitely die or either they will die or they will resign. Or they will become mental and they go to mental hospital. What is that, guys? That is asking people to develop XML document without DTD or XSD rules, guys. Asking Spring developer to develop Spring Bean configuration files without DTD or XSD rules, guys. Everyone uses their own tags. Okay, problem you understood? What university should do to solve the problem? Okay, at least in next semester, they need to print application form format. Application form format. Yes or no? Saying that here we are expecting this, these are mandatory, these are optional. Are indirectly rules we are giving to submit the application form data or not? We are providing rules to submit the application form data or not? Say something, my dear. Yeah, application form format or application form structure they need to give to all the 10 lakh students. Now tell me, was all 10 lakh students are going to use same format to fill their details, and all information will be there in right place, right order, and for clerks it becomes easy to scrutinize and verify. Uh, Now tell me, what is our XML document here? 10 lakh application forms are XML document. What is DTD or XSD rules here? Application form format is the DTD or XML rules. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Super, guys. Now I'm introducing the actual one, guys. This statement is important, na? Okay. I think now everything is injected to your brain, guys. What is importance of DTD or XSD? Can I give single line document, single line statement? Okay. XSD or DTD rules given by vendor companies. We don't give, guys. Okay, companies makes the developers to use same stacks and structure, same stacks, comma, attributes and structure to construct lots of XML, to construct XML file documents required for the application development. Required for the application development. Okay. Yeah, XSD DTD. XSD DTD. Rules documents are the building blocks of the XML documents. Building blocks of the XML document. Based on those tags, those attributes, those structure only we create the documents, now boss. We definitely okay, boss. Now listen, guys. If the XML document is satisfying the basic XML syntax rules, then it is called syntax rules, then it is called well-formed XML document. Well-formed XML document. Are you getting my point, guys? Okay. If the XML document is satisfying the imported DTD or XSD rules, DTD or XSD, how to import rules I will talk. Then it is called valid XML document. I conducted entire session only to introduce these two terminologies, Ra Babu. I hope I'm succeeded. I hope I'm succeeded injecting these two terminologies. You're able to differentiate both. Basic syntax rules are satisfied. Okay, basic syntax rules are satisfied. Okay, what is that? Well-formed XML document. Now, along with the syntax rules, imported DTD or XSD rules are satisfied. Then it is called what? Valid XML document. Array, while writing Spring Bean configuration file, I said beans dot 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 dot, and I didn't highlight much on dot dot dot. What is that? You know? Okay, guys. XSD rules to import. XSD rules to import. In the root tag of XML document, we write some entries to import the XSD rules. XSD rules to import. Understanding? Other day I said ... Don't worry much on it. I will come to that later. At least today, where we import, how you import, you got the clarity, boss. Come on. Super, guys. Okay, guys. In XSD, nothing but XML schema definition. In XSD, XML schema definition, guys. Right, boss. Namespace is a library. Please listen. Namespace is a library. Namespace is a library that contains set of XML tags and namespace is a library, XML tags and attributes and their rules of utilization. Namespace is a library that contains set of what? XML tags, attribute, and their rules of utilization, guys. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. Next. Every namespace is identified with its, every namespace is identified with its, okay, namespace URI. Namespace URI or URL. Array, lengthy one ra babu. Namespace URI or URL. Array, Spring Bean in Spring container is identified with what? Bean ID. In India, you are identified with what? Aadhaar number. While traveling to foreign countries, you are identified with your what? Passport number. In voting booth, you are identified with what? Voter ID, right? In bank, you are identified with bank now, account number. Okay, for income tax department, for other department, you are identified with what? PAN number. Esa no na. Java object is identified by JVM with what? Hash code. As a student of Naresh ID, you are identified with your registration number, right? Similarly, Java package is identified with the package name. While importing package, you have to specify package name or not. Similarly, XML schema namespace, guys, is a library that contains set of tags, attribute, and their rules of utilization. And every namespace is identified with its what? Namespace URI or URL. Okay, URL, uniform resource locator or universal also. Resource locator, URI, uniform resource indicator. Array, both are same for me, guys. With today, you don't worry. Uniform resource indicator, both are one and the same, guys. In 1-2 context, meaning will change. Otherwise, both are one and the same. Okay. Now listen, guys. In order to use certain XML schema namespace, XML schema namespace. Okay. Namespace. Tags and attributes in the construction of what, guys? In the construction of XML files or documents, we need to use we need to import namespaces. Come on, namespaces by specifying their file names. Okay, .xsd file names and .xsd file names and namespace URIs. Namespace URIs. Okay. We must import namespaces by specifying their XSD file names and namespace URIs. Okay, guys. Important namespace UR. Important namespaces of Spring Framework. Okay. Important XSD namespaces of Spring Framework. Right, boss. Okay. We have a beans namespace, guys. File name is spring-beans.xsd, guys. Sometime version also comes into picture. And here is the namespace URI. Okay, what is this? Namespace. Okay, XSD file name. XSD file name. Lastly, namespace URI. Yeah, new remains new until we make it old. But I'm trying from 0% to inject points to your brain. Okay. Yeah, in Eclipse kind of environment, this import statement come automatically. Okay, if it is outside Eclipse only, we should develop. Don't be panic. Don't be panic, Ra Babu. Eclipse will simplify your life. But we have to know it now, boss. We should understand it. Okay. Sir, how can I know it, sir? Are from internet you can get it, Ra Babu. From Spring documentation you can get it, right? Okay. Spring-beans namespace URI. You type like this, something related to this. Okay, something related to this. So many are there now, boss. This is the XSD file, spring-beans-version.xsd. Before that, definitely namespace URI is there. There are not there, is there. Copy, my dear. Yes, my dear. Here is there. Got it, guys? Coming now? Sir, very lengthy, sir. Array, nothing, Babu. Sir, it is real internet. This URL should be there in the internet or not like that. They have given for purpose, boss. They have given and we have to use it. Come on. See how they imported? Like this one, beans tag. Some hangama they have written. We'll come to this hangama later. We'll come to this hangama later. But they are mentioning what? XSD file. They are mentioning URI or not. Say something, Ra Babu. Okay, like this, 4 or 5 namespaces URIs are there. See, guys. Yeah, this is my mistake, guys. This is my mistake. XSD. Next, we have another thing called context. We have another thing called context, guys. Spring-context version.xsd. Version.xsd. Yeah, in this place. Array, don't need not to mug up, guys. Everything same, only last part will change. Only last part will change. Are you noticing it? Okay. Yes. Spring hyphen, JW hyphen, version dot XSD. Yeah, where is this JW? Where is this, guys? JW. Are like this, lot of namespaces are there, Rabab. MVC also one namespace is there. Okay, Spring hyphen, MVC hyphen, version dot XSD, guys. XSD. Here is what, guys? MVC. I think you got the clarity. Like this, many namespaces are there here. Like this, many namespaces are there here. Okay. I hope you got the clarity, boss. Okay. Now let me give one sample one, guys. Okay. How to import that one? How to import kind of thing I will give. Right. Copy this, boss. Simple one we will take. We will take the simplest one. Simplest one means simplest one we will take. Oh, very bigger one they have given. All are bigger ones. I'm just looking for 1 minute. Sample Spring configuration file. Spring Bean configuration file. Sample Spring Bean configuration file. Okay. Right, boss. Control E. Some 6,000. Done. Say paste. Sir, it's looking very lengthy, sir. Array, don't worry, Rababu. Actually, if you study XML course, you will learn all these things, Rababu. But today, you just study that much, how much I am asking to remember. Yeah, this is not required. This is not required. This is not required. That's it. Okay. Don't look at everything, guys. Don't look at everything. Just observe only few things. Come on. Just observe few things what I am asking. Because XML is outdated. 1 hour other day, you have to forget it. Only for few days in the beginning days, I am going to use XML because I started with XML driven configuration. Beans is the root tag and closing tag. Fine. Next, XSD file name is imported. Next, its a tag lib URI is specified. Over. Suppose one more. You want to use one more. Context namespace. Do you want to use context namespace? Okay, then it will come like this. Okay, this time both will be imported. Check it out. This time both will be imported. Here what I am doing, boss? Importing Spring supplied Beans namespace. Spring supplied Beans XSD namespace to the XML document. Okay, document. Yeah. Now let's have a look on these guys. Beans, guys. Yeah, don't break your head on unnecessary things. What I am highlighting, you just focus on those things only. Don't break your head on unnecessary things, guys. Right, boss. Now tell me here. Now tell me. Are guess it, guys. I want to check how much you are following. How many namespaces I am importing here? How many namespaces I am importing here? Please type in the chat box and let me know. Two I know. What are those? Two I know. You know. What are those? What are those? What are those? Four are no, yeah, two only. Beans and context. Beans and context. Two we are importing, guys. Here is my beans, guys. Open, close it. Here is the URI. Nice, boss. This is done. MVs I have not deleted, Rabab. I have not imported at all. No, two only, na. MVs I have not deleted, my dear. I have kept only two. One is beans, is XSD file. Other one is context and it's XSD file. Clear, guys? Okay. How many things we are importing here? Here we are importing three XSD namespaces. Array namespaces are imported means tags, attributes, and their rules of utilization is imported or not. Okay, two or three are two only, Babu. Two XSD namespaces. Array beans is the tag name, beans is the namespace name. Don't confuse yourself. Don't confuse yourself. Sir, why these are there? Why these are there? I will talk later. I will talk later. Actually, you did not worry because when you go for XML session, you will study all those things. You just worried about schema location. These are some default entries, or if nothing available, where should go? Or some other information is there. Don't worry about it. Two XSD namespaces given by Spring Framework are imported to the XML document. Right. Array, listen, we never type this. We always copy paste. In Eclipse, we select the namespace, automatically all entries will come. In Eclipse, check boxes you have to do. If it is outside Eclipse, copy paste. Don't dare to type them. If you dare to type them, you will never complete XML document preparation for Spring application. Clear, guys? Outside, copy paste. Eclipse level, easy. You just need to remember and identify namespace names. Select them, automatically they will be imported. Select them, automatically they will be imported. Okay, I think today you learned something great, something about XML. I think those people who don't know anything about XML got something into the brain. The people who are already having XML knowledge, you got a better clarity. What is well-formed document? What is valid document? Why those rules are given? What is the use of those rules? These many days, you just blindly imported XSD or DTD rules. At least today, you got a reason for importing importing DTD or XSD rules or not. Day-to-day clarity is increasing or not. Yes, it looks. You got more clarity here, guys. Yeah, know that. This practical part, copy paste part is a bit heavy, I know that. But we copy paste, we don't type. In Eclipse, we select, they come automatically. That's why don't worry about heaviness. Okay. Tomorrow is holiday. Our next class will be on what? Monday. Monday, we are going to develop our first application using Eclipse IDE. Keep your latest Eclipse IDE ready in your computer. Keep your latest Eclipse IDE ready in your computer. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll meet on Monday. Have a nice time. Happy weekend.